People, Deluded, thank you very much for returning. Good morning. Now, this is a bit of an off the cuff, a bit of a random vid. Firstly, before we get onto the tactics board and in regards to our signing a winger, um, Ryan Fraser, allegedly, we're going to lodge our first bid of £30 million for him. It could be tricky in the sense of there's a sell-on clause with Aberdeen, and not really tricky, but obviously if there's a sell-on clause, Bournemouth want to make sure that his previous club can get paid and they get a substantial sum. If we do get into a bidding war for a player in the last year of his contract, then that is kind of wrong on our part. I would take Fraser. Of course, you'd like a more glamorous winger, and there's plenty of names we've been linked with, and you can draw up yourselves. But Fraser's, again, I hate to use this phrase, but to a degree, Premier League proven, did his thing, been doing his thing for Bournemouth. I'm sure if we were to sign him, nobody expects him to be a world-class player. Nobody expects him to set the world of the Emirates alight, but for him, it's a step up of sorts from Bournemouth. He'll be a good addition to the side and a good someone that can complement the side. And he might not be people's first choice, but he's got some skills that is lacking. He likes to take people on down the flanks and he gets assists. Who's got more assists in the Premier League or can kind of match him last season for assists, excluding Lacazette? Forgive me if I'm wrong. So we'll see. Obviously, we've missed the boat with a couple of players. I would like to see us go for Calvin Steggs. I can never say his name, but he plays for AZ Alkmaar. I believe he's only got 3 goals and 2 assists in 20 odd appearances. So he needs to develop, and it'd probably be best to stay in Holland. But for me, I think he's one of them. When he does start developing and blowing to the next level, we might find ourselves priced out. So we need to go for these players that are not the proven product yet, and he's got time on his side. Like I said, he plays for AZ Alkmaar. The actual relevance to this vid though is actually kind of relevant with Fraser and that. Obviously, people, we know we need a winger. We need someone that can play up there with Lacazette and Aubameyang. We need someone that can grab goals. Someone that wants to hug this touchline, people, and go down the wing. And what people are not speaking about, they need to be as good inside, because that's where the game is now, people, to be fair. But it's all fine and good saying we need to sign one, but how do they fit in, people? And there's a couple of ways. First and foremost, you've obviously got a 4-4-2. We're not going to do the defence, people. There's not really any need. We're just going to focus on the midfield and strikers. You could say a 4-3-4-2. Now, Unai Emery of sorts has kind of... Yeah, can you not see it? Or no, it'd be better if I did it this way, innit, people? Because it looks like centre-halves there. Yeah, we've got a 4-4-2 of sorts. We've seen Unai Emery kind of mess around with that. So that could be something. The big reason for that not working or working would be the pivot for me, because I don't feel we're necessarily the best when it comes to working in pivots. But there's that. It depends, people, because there's one way I could see us looking at it, and it could be something along the lines of a 4-3-3. Now, there's going to be games, people. Some games, Aubameyang's dropped out, Lacazette's dropped out, both start. We need them options, innit? All of our players start. We need them options. But if all 3 are going to start, you'd think there's an odd one out. Because if it's Lacazette and Aubameyang, someone's going to have to hug the touchline. But I think in reality, you'll more likely see something like this. Lacazette would drop. This is Lacazette. Lacazette would be the one to drop. The winger would have to hug the touchline and come inside. And then you'd have obviously a lot of free space for Aubameyang in this position to kind of exploit. So I know I said I wasn't going to do anyone else, but I think you lot need a back line to kind of see what I'm trying to say. Because a 4-3-3, one would probably have to be dropped out more often than not, people. But if we're playing 4-3-3, including the winger, then you've obviously got our winger and our 2 strikers. But in reality, I think you would see this, people. You would see our winger hug the touchline and come inside, like here. Lacazette drop to get involved, and obviously these lot will step up, and then Aubameyang has pockets of space to exploit, whether it's down here, whether it's down there, or linking up with everyone. So you'll more likely see something like this. The winger, kind of an inside forward of sorts, Lacazette and Aubameyang. And now, the big reason as to why that wouldn't blow, because if you got Lacazette, Aubameyang, 2 guys who've scored double figures in the Premier League, a winger who can kind of chip in similar things, 10 goals, 10 assists of sorts, creativity from the midfield, man. When Xhaka receives the ball off the centre-halves or whoever, they've got to be looking for these guys, because there's no point having Aubameyang's pace and this guy's pace and trickery and Lacazette's general play if you're not going to hit them. I still don't think we play fully to Aubameyang or Lacazette's kind of strengths, and it kind of harms our strikers. But it's a bit gazy. So obviously you've got the 4-3-3, you've got 4-4-2. Like I said, if I sit down and think of more ways, people, there are probably tens of different ways, but it's all good us saying we need to sign a winger, myself included, but how will it line up? I'm all for having the option in the squad. Like I said, some games Lacazette, some games Aubameyang, some games the both of them, some games them two and a winger. Some days one will be dropped out. It's about different options within the side, people, and we probably need to draw inspiration from how Liverpool make it work with Mane, Salah, and obviously Firmino got injured, but Firmino and stuff. Because Salah, obviously, you describe Salah first and foremost as a winger, but he's an inside forward. He plays best through the middle, or what season was it? He was on the right, and he was coming inside. That's what we need our striker to do, or winger, sorry, to come in. They need to be an inside forward of sorts. They need to be a winger. I want someone that wants to get chalk on their boots and that, people, but it's more. They more have to be an inside forward for it to work at Arsenal, in my opinion, or you're going to see gaps. Obviously, if we go with one striker and you've got, I don't know, a young Reece Nelson and you've got the winger there and whatnot and one striker, then you can see it in it, people. But I'm all for the options. Different options makes it harder for our opposition to figure us out. I've got nothing more to say. So on that note, I'm going to keep it moving. People, deluded, stay safe. I'm out.